My name is Jessica, and I film videos in my kitchen like an Uber freak. Hey fellow nerds! I know I'm filming in my kitchen and it's super creepy, but I'm out of options. If I talk towards the back of the house, I wake up the baby, so I'm stuck filming in my kitchen, and I am using a Scentsy pot as my light because I look orange in the kitchen. And let's face it, nobody really wants to stare at an Oompa Loompa. So this is what I'm working with. But yeah, this is going to be the 7 Deadly Sins of Reading book tag. And I was tagged by Trina, who I love, over at Between Chapters, so go check her out. I will make sure to leave her link down below so that you guys can take a look at her channel. She is very fun, very quirky. We have a lot of similar tastes in reading, so I have thoroughly enjoyed her videos. So thank you, Trina, for tagging me in this book tag. This is going to be my first tag ever, so you guys are going to have to bear with me. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know how to tag other people other than just to come out and say, hey, you, I tag you. We're just going to swing right on into the first deadly sin, and that is greed. What is your most inexpensive book and what is your most expensive book? So for my most inexpensive book, I actually have a ton of free books that I have received, and not from like authors, I'm not that cool, but from friends who are tired of books or wanting to make room on their shelves, or if it's just books they don't like, I'm like, hey, hi, me, I like books. So I guess you can call me a mooch, but hey, if it fits. Right? I didn't want to use one of my free books for this video. I wanted to use a book that I actually did purchase. So I chose a book that I got from a garage sale for $1, and that is My Soul to Take by Rachel Vincent. Now this is the first book in the Soul Screamer series, and I don't know how many books are in this series. This is the only one I've read, and I picked this book up thinking that it was just a steal, $1, come on. I didn't expect to love the book, but it's awesome. It's about a banshee, and her name is Kaylee. Now, she goes to school with humans and people who don't know what she is, and then students start dying. So, yes, this is a great book, and it's my cheapest book. So, yay! Now for my most expensive book, that is The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith, or J.K. Rowling. Now this book I picked up in Mississippi, in Greenwood, Mississippi to be exact, which is a very, very small town, and they had a teeny tiny little bookstore, and this book was almost 30 bucks. I'm pretty sure it was like $28 and some change. So yeah, that was pretty expensive. But yeah, I would probably pay a kidney on the black market for a J.K. Rowling book. So this just in, another New Year's resolution. I'm going to quit using the word so. Because I use it a lot. The second deadly sin is wrath. And that question is, what author do you have a love-hate relationship with? And that author for me is Lauren Kate. For example, love this book. And then Torment. Yeah, okay, a little confused, but it was still pretty good. What the? I was completely lost through this book. They chase each other through time, and it's this big cat and mouse game, and I just didn't like it. I fell out of love with this series, and this is going to be a series I don't finish. I know that the final book, which is the 4th book I do believe, which is Rapture, is out, and I have never picked it up, nor do I think I will. Sorry, Lauren Kate. I think your writing is superb. I love the characters, but I lost interest in this series. The third deadly sin is gluttony. What book have you deliciously devoured over and over again with no shame? What? Jessica, no. Don't judge me. You don't know me. Just kidding. I loved these books. They were the first dirty, naughty books I have ever read in my life, and I didn't know what to do with myself after I read them. Now, the reason I have read these books a few times is because the first time I read through them so quickly, I skimmed through a lot of the dirty scenes because I was uncomfortable reading them. So I went back after a few months and reread them again. Now, I know everybody kind of has a hit or miss with this book. It's either they hate it or they love it, and I loved these books. And if you think I'm crazy, then you keep on keeping on. I am a little insane. But like I don't have any excuses. If you read these books for some philosophical thinking, if you think you're going to get something out of them that changes your view on life, then you are going to hate these books. That's not what they are for. They are strictly for pleasure. There is no phenomenal storyline, plot development, or character development. It is smut at its finest. I've read these books more than I care to admit to. So yes, that is my books of no shame. I own those books. I love 50 Shades of Grey. The fourth deadly sin is sloth. What book have you put off reading due to laziness? Boom. This one. This book is so huge, it's intimidating. I have mentioned this before, so I won't dabble on about it, but that's me being lazy right here. All sorts of lazy. The fifth deadly sin is pride. What book do you always talk about to sound like a very intellectual reader? No. Totally kidding. Why, hello, kind sir. You sound like you need to have an esophagogastroduodenoscopy. I don't really own any books that I feel make me a very intellectual reader. I don't have any classics or philosophical novels. So the only books I have that make me even sound somewhat intelligent are my nursing books. So I just grabbed one off the shelf and decided to make an ass of myself. But yeah, that's it. The only book I talk about to people is Harry Potter. The sixth deadly sin is lust. What attributes do you find sexy in a male or female character? For me, this is kind of simple. I like a man who is a man. I don't like reading about male characters who are like, her red dress sparkled like diamonds in the night sky. I mean, what guy talks like that? That red thing she was wearing was kind of hot. I don't like my guys to be total tools. I just like them to be manly. And I also like my guys to be kind of mysterious and almost hard to get. I like the alpha male, but I don't. It's hit or miss with me. I don't like overbearing, egotistical male leads, and I don't like weenie, insecure male leads. So just like a happy medium for me works just fine. As for my females, I want my female to be strong and very independent. I don't like weak characters. I don't like girls who they just crave attention from the male characters, that they make themselves look very pathetic. I hate that. That is a huge turnoff in reading for me. I love the Katniss Everdeen's. I love the Selena Sardothians, and however you say her name. I really want a girl with a backbone. I find that very attractive in my ladies. And I almost forgot. The thing I love most about my female characters is intelligence. I love when the Hermiones of the world are my female characters. I love reading about women who are very smart and strong. So that is my sexy. Finally, we have our seventh deadly sin, which is envy. What book would you most like to receive as a gift? That is easy. My number one gift, something I want to own, it is on my bucket list, I talk about it to everybody, is a signed first edition of Harry Potter. I would love nothing more in this world, minus the health and happiness of my children, is an autographed book by J.K. Rowling. So yeah, that is my 7 Deadly Sins book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I'm a little odd, but I had fun with this tag, so I'm going to just tag everybody who watches this video. I would love to see what you guys think about your books and what your greed, lust, envy, and all that jazz is. So yeah, that is me for the day. I am done. I am going to bed. Happy reading, everybody, and be safe.